Okay, hey. Okay, y'all can tell I am getting like comfortable here because I am like doing things at the last minute and find that I am a little bit more rushed than I usually am when it comes to these things. So yeah, I'm getting a bit more comfortable. Okay. Whew. But yes, I'm breaking a sweat again. I guess that's just the way I'm going to start all of my lives now. Breaking a sweat. Hope you're all doing well. It is August 5th. Yep, August 5th. I'm so out of shape. I'm like huffing and puffing. Okay, hope y'all had a good weekend. What did we do this weekend? The husband worked like a 13-hour day on Saturday. He's supposed to be off, but he is like extremely short-staffed, and they've got a huge 2-week event that starts this next week, and he needed time to plan, so he went in on Saturday and spent, he went in, he was at work before 8 o'clock and didn't get home until like 8:30 or so. Right. Nope, I just let you out. You just went out and you just went potty. I just let the dog out and he's now at the door, so he's gonna have to wait. Anyway, yeah, so he spent like a 13-hour day at work. During that time, come here, Riley, come here. Come here. During that time, while he was at work, you know, this is, you want to get people to join you. Get the dog to come, yep. You want people to join you, yep. Puppy points. He's not amused. Anyway, so during that time, while the husband was at work all day Saturday, I actually spent the entire day cleaning. Typically, the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is shower. I didn't do that this time. So, anyway, what'd I do? Yeah, I just started cleaning. So yeah, I changed sheets on the bed. I went through and I cleaned the kitchen, cleaned the bathrooms, you know, mopped, swept, vacuumed, all that mess. I maintain a clean house most of the time, and that way so only I only have to deep clean once every couple of months or so. So Saturday was that day that I just like, from like 9 o'clock in the morning until about 4 o'clock that afternoon, I just cleaned. So I was exhausted. And after that, I had a little bit of downtime. Then husband came home like 8:30. And because I didn't want to do anything yesterday, I said, let's go to Walmart, which was the worst idea ever. I don't even know why I did it, because Walmart never has anything at night. They do all their stocking and everything. So they didn't have half of what I wanted, you know, on my list. So fortunately, it's nothing I needed, but still, it's just one of those things. Don't go to Walmart at night. They never have anything you want. The shelves are empty. All right, because we got a billion things that I want to show you tonight, let's go ahead and get started. The Seven Seas Martini. Okay, as always, a second. Yep, I totally just dribbled. It's okay. As always, Seven Seas Martini. 1 part amaretto, 1 part coconut rum, 1 part blue curacao, and 1.5 parts pineapple juice. So there you go. That's the recipe. I'm gonna make it now so we can keep talking. Anyway, so yesterday, seriously, my intentions were to do nothing since we had worked so hard all day Saturday. I did not want to do anything yesterday, and guess what? I sat on the couch and worked on making graphics and random stuff that I could do online. The husband played the video game, and then he has one job in this house, one job, and that is to fold the laundry. I put it all in the washer, put it all in the dryer. The only thing I ask him to do, because I absolutely hate it, is to fold and put away laundry. So guess what? That's what he does. Every Sunday, we'll turn on some show, and he will do that while we watch the show. So, and you know what? And he enjoys it because he says he's upset because he feels like he doesn't help out enough at home. Well, guess what? If I'm at home, there's no reason why he should feel like he needs to work all day and then, you know, come home and clean or anything. I can do it. So, but because he feels like he has to do something, because I absolutely hate folding laundry, guess what? You can do that all you want. Yep, it's little things. Anyway, Seven Seas Martini, one more time. 1 part amaretto, coconut rum, and blue curacao. 1.5 parts pineapple juice. Shake it all together. And then pour. It should be like a bluish color. It is. Y'all know how I feel about blue drinks and green drinks. And this is one of those like teal colors. It's a gorgeous color, but not how I want my drink. Let me put that back. And put that down. I'm kind of like, yeah, neurotic. Okay, here we go. That's really good. It tastes like it has like actual like coconut flakes in it. That's really good. Even though it's blue, it's good. All right, tonight, quick do-it-yourself wall art. Whether or not you are going to put it on the wall itself or you are going to grab some canvas and create art that you can, you know, hang up there. These are some super quick, super easy, inexpensive ideas that you can do. Now, the majority of them, I did a crappy job on them because I did them in a hurry. So keep that in mind. Also, I did them much smaller because I wasn't going to sit here and paint my walls for y'all. So there's that. But the majority of these I did just very small. That way so you could just get the idea. So just imagine, you know, doing it much larger. There you go. All right, first, before, I want to talk about the pictures I posted earlier. So if you saw the pictures that I posted this afternoon to tell you about Facebook Live tonight, this was like one of my first Facebook Lives. You can go back and go to YouTube or go to Facebook videos, and it's like one of the first couple of months videos, tutorials I showed you how to do. Anyways, just canvas, paint, a hole punch, and some scrapbook paper, and some glue. That's it. Super simple. Scrapbook paper, you can find all shades, colors, whatever. Glue it down, whatever pattern, whatever you want. There's that. The next one I actually have planned to do, I've got to find a place here. I actually have a Facebook Live planned for, I've already planned like half of 2020. Yay! Anyways, I have a Facebook Live planned. These, quick, super simple. This cost me like $7, maybe $10 at the most. Anyway, grab you, pack whatever canvas, not poster board, cake boards, these cake boards, planks of wood, whatever shapes you want, whatever scraps you can find, something that's sturdy and durable. Anyway, fabric. You need less than a yard for each piece. So this, of course, is is that middle one right there? Yeah. Find the shades, patterns, whatever, of fabric. All you're doing is putting the fabric on one side, and that's all I did was hot glued it to the back. Boom, done. Then flipped it. I cut off the excess and then glued my pieces on top. That's all it is these, it's actually these cake boards. That's it. You can get a set of cake boards for, you can get them all shapes, sizes, whatever, for, I mean, you can get a pack of like 6 of them for $4 or $5. I mean, super simple, super quick, inexpensive. Okay, I do have a list here. Okay, like I said, objects around your house. We're gonna keep it quick, simple, and inexpensive. Something that you could probably do like right now with stuff that you have in your house. Rulers, tape, paint pens. Paint pens will be your best friend. Permanent markers, anything you have to decorate a blank wall. Okay, I have a pile of stuff here, and I've tried to keep this somewhat organized, but with as much crap as I got here, I'm gonna apologize if I get kind of lost here in a minute. All right, first up, cups. You got all sorts of cups laying around your house. Like I said, I did this really quick and simple, so this is looking kind of sloppy, but if you take your time, it looks really nice. So I do have a tip for y'all. Whatever paint you guys have, dip it into the paint and then dab it once or twice before you put it onto your canvas or your wall or whatever. That gets all that extra paint off. That way so you don't end up with those wider, messed up looking spots like that. Anyways, this is just 1 cup. I just used that and then flipped it over and did that side. Super simple, quick, whatever. You can do the same thing with a toilet paper tube. You're just gonna get the same shape everywhere. You can line them up, no big deal, whatever. Any kind of circular objects, buttons, batteries, I mean, anything in your house that, you know, seriously, you just have to think outside the box. I'm just gonna start throwing crap all over the place, so ignore me, y'all. Rolling pin, toilet paper tube. Now, this is a, of course, toilet paper tube, duh. And I just wrap string around it. Only thing with it is you do need to tuck the string on the inside, and if you do this, your best bet is to get a paintbrush and actually paint the paint onto it. Don't roll it in the paint, because then, like I said, you end up with a ton of excess paint on it, and when you go and roll it, onto your surface, you're gonna end up with a ton of, like I had some splotches there or whatever. So, but if you ignore that or whatever, yeah. So paint it onto your object before it goes on this paper. With a rolling pin, if you're doing like a wall in your house, cover a rolling pin in plastic wrap. Throw a ton of rubber bands on it, all going all the different ways, whatever. Bunch of rubber bands. And then, like I said, grab your paintbrush, paint it onto the rolling pin, and then just roll it down your surface. Really slow, take your time. That's the problem, patience. A wise 3-year-old once told me it was a virtue. Yep. Anyway, super quick, simple. It's a fun little idea. Let me move this out of the way. Rubber bands are easier than string or whatever, because the string starts shredding. Sponges. Take a sponge. You can cut a sponge in whatever shape you want. You can find sponges in whatever shape you want, almost. Cut a sponge up, whatever, you know, in pieces. Imagine this, whatever colors you want. I just did this so it'd be easy to see. So if you wanted just to do all black, you know, on one wall, an accent wall, super simple. Dip it into the paint, dab it once or twice, and then dab it. You can usually get 3 dabs after you dab it once or twice. In whatever colors. Super quick, simple, whatever. Cut up sponges. I did this just with a Sharpie paint pen. It's really small, but you could do it just if you took a, just take your paint, if you want to take a paintbrush and just do, if you want to do larger lines on a wall, guess what? Super simple, quick, inexpensive, and guess what? It's just paint. That's something that is very difficult for me to put aside. It's just paint. Paint is super easy to cover up. If you don't like it, repaint the wall the original color it was, or find another color that you like. That's something that is hard to put to the side. Okay, take a piece of foam. Like I said, I did this really quick, so you have to ignore the sloppiness of some. But I took a piece of just regular foam. You can take some thick fabric, like denim, if you want. Anyways, roll it all the way up. Stick you some tape on it to keep it in place. And then, like I said, dap it into your paint, dap it to the side a little bit, and then dap onto your canvas or your surface, your wall, whatever. Yep, and you get a fun print like that. There you go. This one is one of my favorites, and actually I wish that our Walmart had them. I know that I saw them all over the place elsewhere when we lived elsewhere. Pool noodles. You can get pool noodles in, of course they're all, you know, the long pool noodle, but you can get them in like the flower shapes. I think I saw some ones that were like butterflies. You can get some in diamond, whatever. You can get all different shaped pool noodles, and they're really cool looking. Anyway, pool noodle. Take a serrated knife, serrated knife. Super simple. Serrated knife. Slice it up into pieces. However, if you're gonna do 6 colors, do 6 pieces. Dip it into your paint, dab it a couple of times, and dab it, make a cool pattern. Really quick, easy, whatever. This one is one of my favorite. And it's one of my favorites because there's no rhyme or reason to it, and I'm someone that is all about balance. So if I have something right here, I want it exactly in the same spot here. This is not that. So this is one of those things, if you just, let's say you have a little girl and you want one wall in her room to be polka dots. Polka dots. So this is one of those that you're gonna do that. A balloon, float up balloon. If you have kids, this is just a fun art activity that they can do. Grab you a paint or a plate, throw whatever colors you want on there. I like 3, I think 3 is the best. Any more than that, it starts mixing a little bit more and looking a little bit more funky. You can do 4 and it'd be okay. But dip your balloon into your paint, like that. And then all you're gonna do is press it down. And you can usually get 2 or 3 good dots. And like I said, this is one of those like more random, you're not gonna, because it is very hard to try and center these and line them up. I'm telling you now, I'll show you here in a second, it's hard to do that. And then when you want to put it in the paint again, just try and line your colors up the best you can, dip it in there or whatever. But I think that's really cool looking and really neat. So there's that. Put that down there and put this to the side. This is the one I made, just 2 of them. And then of course, if you are going, like I said, I tried to line them up, but guess what? Very hard to do. So like I said, this is more for like random dots. If you have any of those like canvas bags you want to decorate, you could use fabric paint and do that with. I think like t-shirts, again, fabric paint, do the same thing. Really neat. This is probably one of my favorites. One of my favorites. A doily. Paint your canvas whatever color, paint your wall whatever color. If you want to use doilies on a wall, stick some tape on the back and place them everywhere you want to place them. And then use a sponge brush. A sponge brush. Very important that you use one of these dabber thingies, because if you use too much paint on these, if you use too much paint, it's going to end up, so when you press down on it, because they're so thin, when you press down on it, if you have too much paint, it's going to go all up underneath it, so you will not see the intricate details. So that's something important. So what I suggest is dip it into your paint, dab it a couple of times elsewhere before you actually put it on there. And then when you do that, then you can just dab everywhere you want. Just make sure, I do suggest, hold the doily, even though you've got taped in place, hold it in place. Just that way, so it's just one of those things, just make sure. So that's one of my favorites though. Okay. Next up, okay, let's see, pool noodles, balloons, doily. If you have any decorative fabric, lace, ribbon. You can use those as well. It's the same thing as the doily. You want to make sure that you dab off a ton of, if you dip it in there, you want to make sure that you dab off a bunch. Lace especially is very, very delicate and detailed. So same thing, you want to make sure that you don't have too much paint because it will get up underneath and you won't see the details. But think about that. If you had a wall, instead of doing like, what's it at the top called, it's slipping, trim around the ceiling or whatever, instead of doing that, imagine, you know, taking a nice ribbon and going all the way across the, you know, the top and doing that. To me, that's a fun detail. It's unique and you're not going to see that everywhere. Okay, last couple of these random things. The tines of a fork. Yes, crown molding. Thank you, Trisha. Thanks for being here. Crown molding. Yes, that's okay. The tines of a fork. Again, it's one of those things you got to be a little bit more careful with, but you can easily dip the tines of a fork in and make a fun print. Again, this is one of those things that it takes some precision. This is not something you'll want to do in a hurry. And in all honesty, I think that the fact that they all don't match makes it a little bit more unique of a wall or a space. So something like that is, to me, more interesting. I have not tried this. I've seen it all over Pinterest. I've seen it everywhere. Take a flower. Again, you're not going to want to dip it into the paint. You're going to want to take a paintbrush and paint everything. And then you are going to press it onto your canvas, whatever you're using, really well. And then you're going to lift it and hopefully you have the print of a flower there. Like I said, I haven't tried it. I've seen tons of examples of it. It looks really cool, but there you go. Last of, let's see, this part, stickers. You can get stickers of all shapes, sizes, designs, whatever. Canvas, to me, it works better on canvas. Stickers on paper, if you pull them up, they typically pull the paper with it. So you're going to, and the thicker the sticker, the better. Stick your stickers all over your wall, canvas, whatever. And then again, paint, let it dry, and then peel it off, and you have that design left wherever you put them. Okay. This next one's one of my favorite. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's already like 5 till. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Tape resist. Y'all have seen this before. This is probably like one of the most popular things done like on home improvement shows and everything. Tape resist art. Take your painter's tape. You can get all widths and everything. Tape it everywhere you want. And then paint around it. When it's dry, you lift the tape up and you're left with those stripes. If you're using a basic color, I've got black here, a paint pen, try, and I'm not gonna, if you're doing home improvement and you're doing something at your own house, my suggestion is to always go find the paint pen that matches the color you want to do. That way, so you can easily fix mistakes with a paint pen instead of having to take a paintbrush or whatever. So try and match and they've got them in all colors. Go to Office Depot, Office Max, Staples, wherever. They've got kiosk or thingies or end caps of tons and tons and tons of these in all sizes. So try and find a color that matches what you want to do the best and do that. Anyways, paint, lift the tape off, and then go in and fill your spots or straighten lines, whatever, with the paint pen. Super quick, super simple. If you want more of a texture, put all of the tape down. If you have a nice thin ribbon, do the same, and you can't see it. I left the tape under. Anyway, it left like a fun texture or whatever. Wood pieces, scraps, whatever. I just glued a bunch onto a little tiny canvas and painted them all one color, and then I took just a Sharpie paint pen and colored in a few, just like that. Tape resist, this is probably one of the most popular ideas or whatever. Geometric shapes. Paint your wall whatever color you want it first. Take your tape, put it all over the walls, whatever design you want, get it the way you want. Make sure you press it down that way so it's no bubbles, nothing lifted, no sides lifted up. And then just go and paint in. You're basically coloring with paint. But then go through and fill in the spots, just like that. And then what I did, I pulled off all the tape after it dried. Took again my Sharpie paint pen, and I just went around, and you don't have to do that, but when you lift the tape, you're going to see that there's a bunch of sides that are very jagged or whatever, so it's going to just make it a little bit cleaner when you do it like that. Yep, there we go. All right, this one is one of my favorites, birch trees. We've got tons of birch trees around here. I love them. Paint your canvas whatever color you want. Then after it dries, put your tape down, whatever design you want. Think about trees and how they would naturally look or whatever, just like that. And then, got one here. You're going to peel off your tape. You take a flat edge of some kind. Old credit card, old gift card. I got a piece of wood here, just something that is flat edge. You're going to dip it into, you're going to dip it into, I got black paint here, whatever color design you want to do. And then, like I said, you're going to dab it a couple of times to get the excess off. You're going to line it up with the edge of the tree, and then you're just going to pull it, flip it over, and do it on the other side. Just like that. Super quick, simple. And then after it dries, you are going to, like I said, you're going to take your Sharpie paint pen and just go and trace in the edge of the tree just to make it stand out a little bit more. Quick, simple. It's art, babe. I mean, it's art. It's as simple as it gets. Let me move that out of the way. Y'all, it's 6 o'clock, but I only got a few more. I'm zooming along. Same principle or whatever. Take whatever paint colors you want. This is one of those that if you just want to throw some color up on the wall kind of thing. This one, I just took a bunch of shades of purple. I threw a little bit of white in there, a little bit of like navy blue or whatever, and then kind of the same thing. You put a crap ton of paint on there. Crap ton of paint. That is, like I said, a legit term of measurement. Crap ton of paint. You want to put something underneath. So, okay, this is not. Put something underneath. You want to have like a cookie sheet underneath covered in plastic wrap, something, just something to catch the paint. And then all you're going to do after you put all that paint on is you are going to take a straight edge and you are just going to pull it all the way across. You come across, you take a paper towel or something and clean it off. Then you are going to come across and do it again. Clean it off, come across, do it again. Clean it off. You probably will need to go from the other side just to catch the spots or whatever. But it's one of those super simple, quick, easy, no time. You're going to have a ton of paint that falls off. So again, reiterate, make sure there's something underneath to catch it. Simple, but I love stuff like that. All right, last couple of them. And only reason, I mean, I would skip, but I really do like these because that's just the simplicity of them. A ruler and a paint pen can be your best friend. Yep, let's see. All right. Ruler, like I said. This is the ruler I use for this. You can get rulers all shapes, sizes. You can use a regular yardstick, whatever. If you just want just something on the wall just to make it different from the rest of the wall, create a design, whatever design. I just went straight across, all the way there, and then from end to end, like that. Simple design, but guess what? It will definitely brighten up the room. And like, what I would do is use a pencil to go and do all your lines first. That way, so you step back and see how it's going to look first. And then if you like it, if you want to, you can go back and match this up with the lines that you put on the wall, and then go over with your paint pen if you want. So there's that. Same principle, a little bit more of a design. Again, ruler, that's all I did. Measured out some lines, then I just went and I made like arrow-like things, and then what I did was, if I can find them, cut out some foam shapes and glued them on. You're adding a design, you're adding a little bit of color. Super simple and quick. Remember, it's just a wall and it's just paint. If you use a Sharpie paint pen, guess what? That's even easier to cover. This next one right here. If you have been on Pinterest or any kind of design, if you watch design shows or whatever, you see things like this on walls all the time. Something like this is super simple. I used a cake board for this, and I just kind of measured out the middle of all of them, and I centered it first. That way, so I would have the center of it, and then all I did after I did that is I just kind of lined up my lines with the center of all of them and drew circles. Quick, simple, yeah, cool design, any color you want, just like that. And you can get these cake boards in, I mean, like I said, all shapes. They got them scalloped, everything. Last one is the scalloped one, and this is actually one of my favorite. A blog I follow, a actual like home decorating, like real like home decorating, not like this do-it-yourself kind of stuff. This is, I mean, they do it yourself, but they're like much more professional and like better than me. Anyway, they have a cookie sheet, and what they did is they lined up. They found the center hole of all the sides, and they used something to mark the holes that they were going to use. And then what they did, kind of the same thing as cake boards did, but they would line up their marks in the holes, and then they would take their paint pen and draw around it. Move over, line their marks in the holes, and draw around it. And what they did is they only did half of the board, or half of the cookie sheet. I actually used this. This is a strainer that you put onto pots. That way so you can dump out noodles. Anyway, these really cool scalloped shapes. Imagine that all over a wall. That is gorgeous. I will have to find the pictures that I saw, but somebody did this in a little girl's room in like a pink ombre color. They started with like darker pink up here. Actually, it was darker pink at the bottom, and it went to lighter at the top, and it is gorgeous. But anyways, a cookie sheet, and all they did was just use half of it to do the bottom, do the scallop shapes. I just think that's just like so unique and awesome and brilliant. Okay, let me look at my notes here real quick because I think that's it. Yeah, like I said, I have gone past the time that I like, but I think that they're genius ideas and one of those things that, you know, just need to be shared. Again, ruler, tape, paint pens. It could be as simple as you want it to be. Okay. Whew. Okay, I'm sweating, y'all. Next week, I mean, I can't believe it. Kids have started back to school. I remember when I was little, school didn't start until, oh wait, one more thing, sorry. There's tons of stencils out there. Again, with the paint dabbers or whatever, you can find whatever stencils you want and just do those on the wall. Same thing, whatever. I don't know if that was worth stopping for. Next week, kids have already headed back to school. I can't believe that they've started already. Kids here don't start for another couple of weeks. They actually kind of do the Labor Day to Memorial Day kind of thing. They don't get out until like the first week of June or so here. But either way, kids start back to school. I know teachers are, that's all I'm seeing right now is teachers working in their classrooms, trying to get their rooms ready. So next Monday night, I am sharing some tips for teachers. Things that they can do to make prepping their classroom easier, getting things done in their classroom easier. So it may not be as interesting for those of you that aren't teachers, but some of these ideas actually may be useful in other parts of your life. Who knows? Either way, so tips for teachers next Monday night. And we're making the orange teeny martini. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. Go like them, love them, share them. Send me your ideas, give me your feedback. Let me know what y'all want to see. And last but not least, I haven't said this in a while. Make sure on Facebook you have gone to the Martinis with Amanda page and you have clicked to get notifications for when I go live. I have had a couple of people send me messages saying that they forget that I'm live on Monday nights at this time. So if you go to the Martinis with Amanda page and click, I think it's click get notifications, then hopefully when I go live, a little notification will pop up saying Martinis with Amanda is live now. So please do that. Okay, there y'all. Sorry y'all, I went like 10 minutes past the time I normally do, but I feel like it was good info to share. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for sticking with me. Hope y'all join me next week. Bye now.